Today at the mining cabinet, we're going to do another video on Qubic mining. I want to keep you informed. I think some people are seeing Hashrate.no and other YouTubers flaunting, or I don't say flaunting, but advertising Qubic as this, new get rich quick type of thing. So if you're thinking about becoming a Qubic miner, you've seen all the hype, you've seen the price spikes, you've seen Hashrate.no telling you it's the most profitable crypto for your particular GPU. Is it even worth the power you're going to spend to power that crypto rig? So let's go to CoinGecko. We'll look at the Qubic price. Over the last 7 days, you can see it's been up and down, quite volatile. But if we look at the history, we're down 88% from the all-time high, which was in March of 2024. But we're up 100% from the all-time low, which was only 2 months ago in March of 2025. So that's a good thing. It seems to be trending up, which is always good. Bitcoin is trending up, or at least holding steady, but it's over 100K. One thing that is guaranteed to be 100% true is crypto can always be get wrecked quick. Whether through poor decisions, bad luck, or scams, you can get wrecked 100% of the time, but you cannot get rich quick 100% of the time. Always remember that. So if we look at crypto, it's number 352 in the top crypto, so it still has a ways to go that it could grow. The market cap, that's still relatively low. We see a lot of volatility. It's up and down. We'll go out a month. You can see it's up and down. It's up and down. It's just not a steady growth line. But I like to look more just in the short term, the 7 days to 1 month. It seems to, if you kind of average it out, it seems to have dropped a little bit, but it's kind of holding steady. If we look at Hashrate.no, which is what a lot of people are looking at, I have an 8-card rig that's got 5 4060 Ti's and 3 3060 Ti's. So I've pulled up the 4060 Ti. It's telling you the number one crypto is the Qubic on the 4060 Ti. It says you can make 17 cents. Is that correct? I don't know. I do not think so. At the moment, I don't know. And the reason I don't know is HiveOS says I'm drawing 641 watts. I do have this plugged into a PDU with an amp meter on it so I can figure out the wattage, but I have several other things plugged into it. And I just haven't had the time or desire to go and plug them all except for this and see what the motherboard and everything else besides these 8 GPUs are using. Because this is just a 2-core Celeron 3855U. I don't believe it's using that much. So it may really only be 80 watts. So let's say 750 watts total. One thing about Qubic, I'm on the jet ski pool, PPLNS pool. One thing about Qubic mining is it has, see this status, idle. So while it is idle, you're not mining Qubic. You can set your flight sheet up and mine something else. So I am mining Quai. So while it's in the idle time, it'll mine Quai or whatever you set up in the flight sheet, and then it'll cycle back and go back to, it'll go back to Qubic mining in 8 minutes. So what does your flight sheet look like? Of course, you have to get a Qubic wallet. You have to set up a wallet in HiveOS. This is not an in-depth video. I try to keep my videos under 10 or 15 minutes because I know after that people tune out, don't like watching long videos unless it's a very detailed how-to educational experience. We'll go into my Qubic flight sheet. We'll go into edit. Most of your Qubic pools, if you go look at a pool, has a miner for that pool. You have different developers that set up their own pool and their own miners. I'm using Jetski. I will link this below. But here's the link to the custom miner. When you start the miner, it'll check if you don't have it, it'll download it. If you start it and there's an update, it'll automatically update it. Another, I won't say quirk, but unique feature of Qubic is it mines in weekly epochs. Right now we're 30% through this epoch. One thing I do is the epoch, I guess I should look it up, but it's because of time zones and everything. And sometime on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on where you are, the new epoch will start. What I recommend and what I do is going into the miner and restart it. So you can either go into HiveOS, go to the miner actions, restart it, or you can hold down Control, hit A, and then release Control, hit D, type in miner, restart. I just did a few minutes ago, making another version of this video. I'm not going to do it again, but that will restart the miner. That way, if there has been a new version of the miner software pushed out by Jetski, it will download it and start running. Definitely, if nothing else, every new epoch, go look and see if you're actually mining. Some epochs, they change, and if you have a better system that you can actually use the CPU to mine, because Qubic, you can mine CPU, GPUs, they may change the weighting of how much hash rate each can get. Sometimes the CPUs can get a lot more, sometimes they take away, give it to the GPUs, vice versa. But I have seen where you come in and maybe the CPU is not mining at all, or the GPU is not mining at all, or neither are mining at all. And restarting the miner will download the new version of the miner and it'll start working again. It'll update miner to the current epoch. But here in the extra config is where you set up your idle time mining. Like I said, I'm using Rigel Miner to mine Quai on Hero miners. You have to make sure you get this syntax exactly correct. Like if you have a 3900, 3950, 5950, 7950X3D, you will not have this in here because you'll want to be using your CPU unless you're using the CPU to mine something else. Maybe you have it set up in the flight sheet where you only want to mine Qubic with your GPUs, you're mining something else. But if not, you can set it up. You wouldn't have this statement in here. But these other settings, these idle settings command, the syntax has to be correct, and then you have to have the correct mining options, these tags for whatever miner you're using to set up all the options, your pool address, your wallet, your worker name, the pool password, and then any GPU overclock, underclock settings, your power limits. I just set mine to 100 because this rig, like I says, 8 GPUs just sitting on the motherboard. There's no fans on it. I don't want it to overheat or get the cabinet too hot, so I just limit them all the cards to 100 watts. The 4060s won't draw 100 watts on Qubic, or even I don't think on Quai. They might get close to it on Quai, but that way it doesn't go over. So if you have any questions on that, you can drop a comment below. I'll see if I can help you out and answer it. But if we look back, so we're still idle. But like as I mentioned, when we get off of idle, it'll go back to mining Qubic. So you can see right now we have no ITS. ITS is Qubic's hash rate instead of kilohashes, terahashes, megahashes. It's iterations per second. And then shares, that's how many shares my miners have earned. So as I mentioned earlier, I joined the PP-LNS Qubic pool. So we're pool mining. You're pooling your resources with other miners. When Qubic came out, originally it was only solo mining, so you had to mine by yourself. You were only getting rewarded for the blocks or the shares, what they call souls, solutions that you find. And as there became more and more miners, it's like any other crypto, more and more miners, the hash rate difficulty goes up, so it was getting harder for a person, if you only had 1 or 2 miners, to really earn anything. So they came out with pool mining. So when PP-LNS, you get paid per last number of shares. So you're only getting paid if your shares contribute to a found block. So the more consistent you are, the more rewards you are. The PP-LNS system rewards loyal, steady miners who don't hit and run pools. If you jump on, jump off. PPS, which is pay per share, you can jump on, mine for a minute, get off, you'll still get earnings based on how long you're on the pool. But stability matters, so if you keep your rig on a PP-LNS pool steady, it doesn't go down, you don't switch to another pool, you'll see your earnings grow slowly and steadily. So what do the earnings actually look like? Well, if we look at Hashrate.no, like I said, it says 17 cents. It says we're going to earn 35 cents of revenue, so 17 cents of profit. That's going to say there's 18 cents of power on the 4060 Ti's. Okay, so let's see. So let's get a look at one of the cards. So we're getting 32 kilohash at 71 watts. So it's actually 32 ITS, but so 71 watts 24 hours a day. It's not really, because Qubic only runs in a 15-minute cycle, but I actually think the Quai uses a little bit more. My power is roughly 12 cents per kilowatt hour. So it's 20 cents of electricity per day. So if this actually is getting 35 cents per day, then it's probably making 15 cents. We'll see. I'll do another check at the end of this epoch, see how it went. As you can see now, it's 15 minutes. We're going to switch back to idle time and mine Quai. The earnings aren't just based on Qubic mining, they're also based on mining Quai or whatever you're mining in the idle time. If I'm making 15 cents per day per card, the 3060s won't be making that much. They're probably breaking even, or maybe 5 cents. But if let's just say we're making 10 cents, that's 5 cards, that's 50 cents per day. If the 3060 Ti's are making 5 cents, it's another 15 cents, so 65 cents per day. There's 31 days in May, so that's 20 bucks. So is that life-changing? No, it's not. But what we're looking for is Qubic to go to the moon, and then we can cash in and make that money. But Qubic could be a rug pull. Qubic could go to nothing. You could lose everything. So again, I have to emphasize, I am not a financial advisor. I am not telling you anything to do. I am only offering a explanation or a vision into what I'm doing mining Qubic mining, and you can decide if it's something you want to attempt or not, and risk your own money to either lose or gain or tread water. That is up to you. Because let's be honest, Qubic isn't all sunshine and Satoshis. If you're getting into Qubic, don't expect it to be a gold rush. Treat it as speculative mining. That's pretty much what all mining is at the moment. It's a low cost, probably going to be a long hold, and maybe, just maybe, we can get that moonshot and make money later. So what's the reality of mining Qubic in 2025? It is not glamorous, believe you me. It's not get rich quick, because if it were, I wouldn't be here making the video. I'd be on an island or in the mountains somewhere. It is an opportunity if you learn how to play the game. I don't think I know how to play the game yet, but I am trying to give my experiences as I see them, as I grow through this journey. So if you're mining Qubic or plan to mine Qubic, please drop a comment below. Let me know what your setup is and what your results have been. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any updates on this fast-moving crypto space. Thanks for watching, and keep mining smart.